Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here going to be running, a new combination of loco and cars, just kind of stepping it up, doubling up some of our loads, and actually starting to move some bigger freight. So we did turn around and step up the two big hoppers we had. Now obviously we have four, and that seems to be working out all right. I mean, yeah. We got a little bit of things we're going to fix in the track just to make that a little bit easier, I think, but it is working. So getting paid a little bit. We moved up a little, not a lot, definitely not a lot. Need to get moving some more, but we are trying to actually get some rolling stock into gear now. So this one has been combined, so I think we have 8 cars here all together, and we're going to try to see if we can get that moving or if we have to upsize the loco. So that's going to be the play here. Is the day before the update. I know that's a big one. Are going to be already been asked. Do we know when the update is going to be out? Yes, we do. Monday morning. I think it's 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So whatever that in the U.S. So whatever that works out to you or for you. But I believe it will be 10 a.m. Central Standard Time if everything stays to the plan. So there you are. You got a day to be ready for the update. By all means, do whatever you think is necessary to be ready for the update. I myself just going to kind of take it as we get it. We did see the dev vlog the other day. Concerns and questions, all kinds of them have been raised by players. And so we'll just kind of have to see. I myself am just kind of holding off, I guess, on any kind of comments or anything like that about it until after we see it, we play it. Is what it is. We have some new building tools in there, so it does look like the freehand building is going to change. Is this doing that? Sound? Whatever. We'll see what it does. We do have the, what else did we get? The mini map for sure is coming. Not sure if that's toggleable, like whether you can turn it on or off. I know I've already been asked. That's something I don't remember catching. So we do know that we are getting the mini map, and then we'll have the new full-size map, the map that actually is going to have switches and stuff like that on it. It's going to have icons for things and your locos, your rolling stock, players, that kind of thing. We do also know that the brakes are supposed to be fixed. That was said in the dev vlog. Brakes are confirmed to be going to be fixed, so definitely looking forward to that with the update. Lots of stuff to come. I know there's been points already raised about like the map looking orange and stuff like that. I don't know how much it's going to look like. It looks like it did obviously in the dev vlog. That definitely was orange. Questions as to why it's orange, who knows? I don't know. We'll just have to see how that kind of stuff looks, and who knows how set that is, or if that'll be changed. We never know. Get all kinds of changes. And then, obviously, different feelings about the freehand mode being changed out there, obviously, by people. So we'll just kind of have to see how it all impacts. New updates bring new changes, new opinions, and different things. And, we just won't know until we see it. Actually play it, I guess. That's how it goes. And then they always make adjustments going forward. That's part of beta updates. So, new beta branch update coming out tomorrow. And again, I'm pretty sure that was 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, because I know I will get asked that a ton of times, and I don't think there's any need to be up at 2 a.m. this time waiting for the update, because we probably won't see that until 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So there we go. Thoughts on the update and the dev vlog. That's my thoughts on the update and the dev vlog so far. It's just kind of a wait and see. you never can tell what they are until we actually play them, you know? So there you go. I know I get accused a lot of times of just liking every update that comes out, which is not totally true. And I don't know if this is going to be one of the updates that necessarily I'm super a big fan of, but, you know, the performance upgrades and stuff like that, I'm always looking for, so. Otherwise, you know, sometimes new features are not necessarily for everybody all the time. Everybody isn't always asking for them, you know. I'm one of the players that like the mini-map. To me, doesn't really, I don't know, you know, and I haven't played with a mini-map in the game, so maybe when I get the mini-map, it'll be a big thing and I'll like it. I don't know, who knows. Otherwise, I've never really seen the need for a mini-map, but that's how I see it, you know, and I'm sure there's players out there who are desperately dying for a mini-map. So we'll just kind of have to see how it all goes, you know. I think the stuff coming for the regular full-size map, that's going to be cool for sure. It's always, you know, been a thing. Everybody's wanted to see stuff on there. See, there goes the sound. Oh, yeah, there it's hitting. It's got to be slamming away. It's really not very loud. Sometimes the Class 47, I don't know, it's just the sound goes weird, I think, sometimes with it, which I think is what's doing right now, but I'm not exactly sure. We'll just kind of roll with it. Let it do its thing. Hopefully, it can get these cars up the hill. I'm not sure if it'll get it back out to the Iron Works, but at least if it can get them up there so that they can be loaded and a heavier freight logo can come by and grab them. In this case, the Ruby Basin, or when we finally pick up a heavier loco, which we're definitely going to need for running some of the bigger loads into the hills anyway, so that's going to be a thing. Yeah, see, the audio is just weird on it right now. Like, it's nowhere near as loud as it should be. Everything else is really loud, so I know, like, everything's turned up. But the Class 47 sometimes just goes quiet. Like, yeah, depending on how you are. Like, here, it's almost silent. But it's chuffing away and slamming away. And it's got coal, water, temperature, everything's going on. So, sometimes it just does that. Not exactly sure what's going on with that one. Hopefully, that'll be a thing that's fixed. I don't even know if it's a problem, but who knows? Working along. RailRoads stepping up. I'm not sure if we'll get this one out there and try to get it delivered back or not. We'll just have to see how long this kind of takes up there. Trying to get in a few loads and a little bit of money before the update, just in case we get sidetracked on running rail and stuff like that. You know, the new auto grade on the auto snap deal there is going to be definitely different grades. You can obviously produce high grades, much higher than 10% grades. Not sure how I feel about that. Don't really lay in freehand mode a lot anymore. I used to lay in freehand mode a ton, and so I guess it used to would have impacted me a lot. Nowadays I don't really lay in freehand mode a ton, so maybe it'll be some new options. Maybe it'll just, you know, stay unused. I'm not exactly sure. Could be cool. It's nice how it like snaps along the ground in some cases, but then again, in some not. They did put in the snapping by all of the industries. So for those who are having issues laying at the dock or laying their dock straight, I know that's always been an issue for some people. So that's there. Again, don't know if any of this stuff is toggleable, so we can turn it on, turn it off. I'm not sure if this stuff is in gameplay options or if it's all there. We'll just have to see how that comes. Obviously, we'll try to get out the first look video on it. try to take a look at as many of the new features as we can, see what's all there before we get too opinionated and crazy about it, because you just have no idea, you know? Until you really get in there and see it, play with it, touch it, who knows what it really is. Senseless whistle blow, but that's fine. We also know we're the only moving loco on today's map, if you will. Running the 201. Not a bad logo, definitely not my favorite logo, but I run it in there. Like the wheel arrangement. This here might become an area that we're going to end up having to fix, because that turnaround, the roundhouse there is a little wonky. I don't know. It's not that it's wonky. It's just a little too tight, and so it causes a problem with those big hoppers there. Well, like they buck around crazy over there, and sometimes they popped off the rail only once, but okay, once is kind of enough, you know what I mean? And I don't know if you should keep it in there because it's just one of those hitches in the yard kind of thing, or if that should go away, because there we're getting more loco sound. Maybe it's just a thing at speed or something, where the 47 is just quiet. Yeah, I mean, it seems like the faster we're going here, the quieter it's getting as it gets up to speed, which, yeah, see, like there. Just kind of fades out to where you really don't hear it anymore. I don't know. Maybe that's how it should be. I don't think I ever noticed that like too long ago though, so I don't know. I feel like here it just almost sounds like a silent train, which is a bit awkward. But we know we're getting a new version tomorrow, so who knows? You know, that might not even be a thing coming tomorrow. It might just be a, who knows? You never know. Alright, roll this thing in there. Try to see if we can pick up some raw iron. Definitely going to be heavy. Not sure if this thing's going to handle that. Especially on the way back up there. I have a suspicion we're going to need a little more loco than the Class 47. Probably slow it down a little bit here. Don't need to whip it in there. But I dropped the smelter at a slight different angle. I wouldn't need that whoop in there, but alright. That should be good. Cool. Let's get this loaded up. See how fast this all happens. Might get this going. Super. Is exciting the day before an update. I do have to say that. So like it or not, you know. I'm really kind of just open to this, but I've looked at it, like I've already looked at it long enough with the idea that I wasn't really too super excited about what's on this update, to be honest, to be like, okay, so now I'm just kind of looking forward to see what it changes. Most of the stuff, I honestly don't think it really impacts my game. The performance stuff will help, but like, again, you know, a mini map and then stuff like that were things that I was too worried about. The max, or I'm not even calling it the maxi map. It's just the map. I mean, there's a mini map and then there's a map. And the map will now have a bunch of details on it, and the mini map will be there. I don't know what that maxi and mini map to me is insane. There's a map and then there's a mini map, so that's how I look at it. Will be nice to actually have details and the elevations and stuff on the maps, especially for new players. That's going to be big. Should be very helpful. So definitely the, you know, there's always good stuff in every update, whether it, you know, you think it's a great update or not. And there's always a little bit of like, ugh. And, well, and not always. I shouldn't say that. Sometimes there's stuff where you're like, whatever. And not everything's for everybody. Just, always keep that in mind too, you know. And if it doesn't affect your game, it doesn't have to be a big deal because it's for other people and it affects their game. So there you go. And then there's always feedback, and the team is receptive to feedback. So you know, be constructive in your feedback if you do have an issue with things when it comes up. I guess. Here we go. Just about getting this loaded up. We might even try to go just for the crazy and see if we can actually get it back up that hill just because, you know, why not? Get the whole load done. Take a full round trip. We don't tend to do that too often. Instead of one way or running. There we go. Loaded up and good. We still got everything going on here. Let's check that while we're in here. Note index for, yeah, okay, cool. Gonna need some more raw iron. Rails are still full. That's cool. Because the coal mine is actually going to need some of that as we are moving that out. But this is like, you know, now we're into the money. So good. Right. We're into making money now with most of the loads we do. Man, that thing, when she first starts popping over, just ultimately sounds like she's supercharged or something. It's awesome. Actually, for a minute. It's pretty good. Cool. And we do always have these hoppers over here, and we could always put this, I don't know, we could put that train on, I guess we could put that loco on this stack. It's got more effort. I wonder if I should just swap these out right now. This should be able to run the empty hoppers back up to the mine, and then it's just not going to pull the full ones up here. So I could just swap this out and let the 47 run stuff empty and let the mogul run it full. The mogul's probably got the power for this. The 47 doesn't, probably doesn't. That's really my take. But you know what? We're gonna run the 47 and see how far we get it. And if we don't get it up there, we don't get it up there. I'll grab another loco and solve the problem. But we're gonna go for it. Maybe we get there, maybe we don't. We get some kind of inkling we ain't gonna make it, then we'll just stop. But otherwise, we're gonna go for it and see what we get. What the heck? Maybe we get surprised. Alright, let's not go whipping through this stupid whoop. The whippy whoop. Oh, as we don't derail anywhere in here, we're alright. Yeah, I mean, it's maybe. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know. Push your bets. It's going to be on one of those things. Definitely on realistic and stuff like that. So who knows? I don't know. What is it? 8 cars? Raw iron? Let's see if it'll do it. So we go. Alright. We'll throw some coal in this baby coming up. So we don't run into that problem. I don't think there is a chance in heck this thing is going to pull it up the valley. If it does, I will absolutely be surprised. And I know you can definitely do the numbers. That's not the point. I don't think it's going to make it. I just don't think so. Could be surprised. This would be the first time, I guess. I've honestly never really pushed on the 47. I guess I always kind of look at it like it's not really a very strong loco. I kind of put it in there like on flat ground it's going to do decent things. On inclines it's probably not. I write it off kind of like with the Glenbrook, where it's in there where, you know, if you're doing something on 3% grade, it's probably not the loco to get the job done. So we'll have to see. I mean, this will definitely be as hard as I've ever pushed one, and maybe I'm just underworking it. Alright, chops into that speed. Definitely gonna have to get back used to the brakes, because as you can tell, used to slamming on them nowadays. Alright, let's chill on that just a touch. give an absolute pointless whistle at the station just for fun. We got plenty of water going on. We got all of that happening. All right. Boom, boom, boom. There's no way there's any brakes out. Then how come it's only going this fast? Doesn't this local go faster? Now I gotta go. I'm in a situation where I gotta go check the brakes. I don't think I do have to check the brakes. I mean, there's no way there's any brakes out on this stack. I mean, that back stack, I know there's not because they just gave it to it. So make sure there's not on the front. Yeah, you're good. All right, there is no chance that there's a brake on. So we're good. It's just all pull now. We're gonna see, because I really don't think this is gonna make it. I do not have a strong feeling about this at all. I think we're gonna make it up the hill on the turn, and then it's gonna I think it's gonna croak before we get to Dead Man's Corner. Because we got that whole Hangman's Corner where if you go much over 20, it doesn't really matter in what. You can get away with like 25-ish sometimes, but you really can't do much over 20 or you're just gonna bite it. So like 20 is like the safe number on that corner, and I don't think this thing is gonna pull up past it. Probably, but here's to hoping we're shocked and surprised. Otherwise, that'll be that. Good news is we have helper locomotives in nowadays, so we can just turn around and send the Ruby Basin down or something. To help it, or we'll bring the 48 up out of the yard there, which is what it's, you know, what it's there for. So we do have locos on standby to save the day. We're gonna go try to do that. What we shouldn't be done, or what I don't think so. maybe because maybe at 8 cars the stack is light enough instead of it's not 10. But I don't know. If it does, that'll be really good because then we can actually start multi-purposing this stack for a little bit. I don't have to pick up another one right away. It'd be nice to bank a little bit of money and continue to expand the rolling stock options. So we definitely need to be running some longer trains. Running 4 and 6 is really nice when it comes to loading, but it's a big pain in the butt when it comes to unloading, because you definitely have a lot of runs. If you want the bridge, best get off. Heads up at the switch, coming through. Chop that. Come on. Mash that. Probably don't need to totally mash that. See, it just goes into ultimate silent mode. You need to get right up on it. I mean, it's humming along, don't get it wrong. It's flying. I mean, there we are. We're going as fast as the Ruby Basin. Ish. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That silent running thing, I never really noticed. I noticed it like I had it happen the other day, and I was kind of like, what? And then, yeah, there. I mean, it's doing it again, so. Where, yeah, it's basically just silent. So that's a little off. Because the logo's definitely got to be working as it's, I mean, maintaining that speed. You can definitely hear the stock rolling. We'll pull it down. We get it moving, and now we're going to go up. Maybe we can just fly it right up the hill. It's pulling, but it is so slowing down. Go! Alright, it beat my estimate. I didn't think it was going to get past. Honestly, I thought it was going to croak somewhere around in this flat. I still don't know that it's going to get up this next curve. Like, I don't think it's going to make it, but we'll see. Maybe. Maybe it's got it. Oh, it might do it. Wow. Heck, yeah, I mean, if it's maintaining that through here, it should now pull it all the way. I mean, I would think. Wow. All right, well, there you go. Class 47. I guess, yeah, it's just, I'll have to use it more for more. Gotta give it credit. I really didn't think it was going to pull this up here. I was totally going to abandon this. Honestly, if I wouldn't have put it in this loop, I'd have detached it down there and probably turned this load over to the Cook Mogul. But it's going to pull it. Oh, that's a winner. So neat. Yeah, I mean, I dare say we might even be able to add a couple cars to this. So there you go. Class 47 proving out a lot more useful than I was giving it credit for. I'll say that. See, now I wish that that 48, I probably should have done the maroon one so it matched the maroon 47. Might have to do a paint swap there eventually. That is so awesome. Wow, that's a winner. Raw iron, not as heavy as we thought. Check it out. Getting her done. It's pretty good. Well, that's cool. That is super cool. So that means we don't have to buy another loco right away to give. I was going to put the coal gondolas onto another bigger loco and then put the ruby basin on these, but since this is going to work, then I think we will just keep buying rolling stock until we get so much we can't put it all in one. No, I don't know. But it's definitely time we can get more rolling stock, so that's working. Doubled up a couple of loads, start making some money. That is a company winner. Sweet. Huh. I can't believe that. I really didn't think. I thought for sure it's going to have to bail this out. I can't believe it. Wow. Well, there you go. Winner, winner. Might be able to get more out of the little locos than we think. Of course, this is really kind of a mid. I mean, it used to be like a mid-range loco. I suppose now with the big ones, I don't know. Is it really a mid-range loco anymore? What do we got going on here? Alright, that one's on the outside, so this one's just gonna go on the inside, which, yeah, that makes sense. It's got to drop. This switch up here is probably gonna get flipped, so we'll just let that come cruising in. Should all be downhill pretty much for that thing to here, so hopefully it'll come chasing after us. Moving in. I do gotta do something else with that telegraph booth there. Usually I put it up on that hill. I don't know though. Not what No, let me in. Alright, there we go. Alright. Good, good, good. Still not exactly sure what loco we're going to put up here. I don't know. At one point I was thinking about one of the porters, but then probably not. Probably makes more sense if it could go out and help haul some stuff up that hill should something run into a problem. So maybe we'll put one of the locos as it gets replaced with something bigger in there. Like a Glenbrook or something. I'm not exactly sure. Of course, Glenn's been doing his job just fine. Shouldn't pick on that. Maybe we'll just pick something up for in there. You know, I don't know. We could throw a Mosca in here or something just for the in case factor, I guess. That wouldn't be a horrible backup type locomotive to have around. Alright, try to get this creeping along. Oh, it's not going to roll along just anyway because it's going to hit the hill. That is the one thing. It's going to be a little bit of a pain. See how many we can get. Alright, make sure we're getting paid. Not that this is like, you know, writing home about the paycheck, but a necessity to move things along. We'll make some more money with that. The coal train right there is actually starting to make some money. So that's, you know, a good thing. Now we have coal and we have iron. Both can make decent amount of money, and if we get them both moving at the same time, we can certainly make a heck of a lot of money. Getting up there into level 7 now on the XP. This is where the levels really started slowing down, though. That level 8 seems to take quite a while. Just about got the whole train before she ran out of roll. Let's get that moved. Alright, forward, home. We don't need much. But we got a lot of dock back there too, so that should do it. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, definitely not a big paycheck, you know. We're definitely getting more out of everything else we're running, but certainly help. I was gonna say it certainly helps the stock, but then you drop the whole trade off and the stock's gone. No, just yeah, that's kind of what it is, right? Out of lumber now. Now we're out of raw iron, so that's the thing. Even though we just dropped it off, coal we got. But we will be running more coal now. I think that's going to probably top off these sides or something. Who knows? No, not really. Definitely not. Nope, not full. So we still have plenty of loads to run there. You know, raw iron and lumber back at work. What it is, another day on the railroad. But yeah, so just to sum it up, remember tomorrow, Monday, that is at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. As so announced by the team, the update should be out. So, you know, obviously give it a couple minutes. Don't light the world on fire when it isn't there at 10:01. But, you know, should be out by then probably, and maybe it'll be out a little earlier. Who knows? But looking forward to the update and to seeing the new changes, and we will definitely see you in the first look video. But I think with that one, we're going to call it a win. Say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.